Have you ever wondered why, even when you try your hardest, the answer or achievement you long for seems to drift further away? Imagine living in a village surrounded by green hills, where every sunrise brought new questions and every sunset left a taste of mystery in the air. In this setting, our story begins with a young boy whose curiosity was as intense as the morning sunlight. Why do some paths seem longer just when we most want to reach the end? Is there a hidden secret to achieving inner peace, or is it all a game of patience and dedication? The truth, for many, may be surprising. The secret is not in the destination, but in the way we walk the path to get there. In a village tucked away between silent mountains and serene rivers, lived a boy named Ren. Since childhood, Ren was famous for his thirst for knowledge. He wasn't satisfied with simple answers or the obvious. He wanted to know why things happened, to investigate the meaning of the stars, understand the water's cycle, decipher the wind that blew in autumn. And, above all, Ren wanted to understand the meaning of life, that question even the elders couldn't truly answer. One summer morning, while watching the leaves dance in the wind, Ren heard about a very wise old man, a true Zen master, who lived atop the highest hill in the village. They said that man knew secrets capable of transforming the heart of anyone who listened to him, and that people from distant lands sought his advice and guidance. Ren didn't hesitate. He needed to meet this master. With the courage of a dreamer and a makeshift backpack with bread, fruit, and water, he began his journey up the hill, never imagining how much this encounter would change his life. And if this story touched you as well, how about sharing this lesson with more people? Leave your like so this message can reach more hearts, and subscribe to the channel to keep receiving stories that inspire you to live in the present. Your support helps spread teachings that can transform lives. The climb was steep and required effort. With each step, Ren felt his heart pounding, not only from physical exertion but also from the anticipation of what he would find at the top. He thought about the questions he would ask, rehearsed each word, and imagined profound answers that would change his view of the world. When he finally reached the gate of the Zen temple, he found a silent place, full of stone gardens, bamboo groves, and the soft sound of water flowing over rocks. At the center of that paradise of simplicity was the master. His name was Sensei Akira. He was a man of peaceful appearance, skin marked by time, and eyes shining with wisdom. Sitting in lotus position, Akira seemed part of the landscape, like an old tree that had seen many seasons pass. Ren approached respectfully and, kneeling, asked the question burning inside him. "Sensei, how can I find true Zen?" Akira looked at the boy with a gentle expression, a slight smile on his lips, and replied with a calm voice. 10 years. Ren was surprised but not discouraged. He believed in the value of effort and wasn't easily intimidated. "And if I dedicate myself to the utmost, never giving up, how long would it take then?" he insisted, curious. The master closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and replied, 20 years. The answer unsettled Ren. Why would more effort increase the time? "Sensei, and if I devote my entire life, thinking of nothing but the path of Zen?" he asked, determined. Akira smiled even more broadly, as if he had expected that question. 30 years. For a few seconds, Ren felt lost. It seemed like a paradox. It was as if the universe was playing a trick. The more he promised effort, the further away the goal seemed. Restless, he couldn't contain himself and voiced his confusion. "Master, I don't understand. Why is it that the harder I try, the longer it takes to reach Zen?" Akira looked at the boy kindly and, gently touching his shoulder, explained. "When you keep one eye fixed on the goal, you only have one eye left to see the path. True learning is about paying attention to the journey, not just wishing for the final destination." Ren fell silent, feeling those words echo within him. It was as if, suddenly, a veil had been lifted from his eyes. He realized how obsessed he was with the idea of getting there and, without noticing, had stopped observing the little beauties along the way. Akira continued, this time telling a metaphor. Imagine you're climbing a very tall tree to pick the juiciest fruit at the top. If, during the climb, You only think about the taste of the fruit, you may get distracted and slip. The secret is to focus on each step, feel the texture of the bark, listen to the sound of the leaves, notice the wind blowing on your face. By taking care of each stage, the top becomes just a consequence of your full attention. Ren listened carefully, finally understanding the message. The learning was there, in the simple act of living in the present. From that day on, Ren began to look at each moment with new eyes. It was not just about seeking answers, but about savoring the questions, appreciating the silence between words, and the beauty in the simplest details. While staying at the temple, he began to wake up early, help sweep the stone garden, care for the little koi pond, learn to meditate and observe nature without hurry. He discovered there was poetry in the sound of bamboo swaying, wisdom in the flight of birds, and answers in the footprints left by the wind in the sand. Every small task became a lesson. Washing a bowl, preparing tea, watching the rain fall, everything gained meaning when done with attention and presence. Gradually, Ren understood that inner peace was not something distant or unattainable, but a consequence of being present in every action, surrendering to the now without anxiety for the future. Time passed, and Ren became known for his calm smile. Other young people began to climb the hills seeking advice. He always welcomed them with hospitality and humility, teaching what he had learned, that happiness and deep understanding are not found only in grand moments, but above all, in how we live each instant of our existence. Ren never forgot Akira's words. Whenever someone asked him the secret of Zen, he would smile, take a deep breath, and reply, simply, "The secret is to pay attention to the path. Love the process, not just wait for the reward." And so, the legend of Ren and Master Akira continued to inspire generations. That small village became famous for its teachings, and people from many places came to learn the value of living in the present moment. You, reading this story, may ask yourself, how many times in life have you failed to appreciate the path because you were obsessed with the destination? How many fruits have you missed tasting because you were too distracted by the rush to reach the next goal? Perhaps, like Ren, all you need is a bit of attention and patience to notice the beauty that exists in the now. After all, true achievement is not getting there faster, but turning each step into a valuable experience. In the end, when we look back, we realize that the greatest gift is not just what we have accomplished, but who we have become along the way. May the story of Ren and Master Akira inspire you to walk your own path with open eyes and a serene heart. If this journey made sense to you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with someone who needs this reminder. True happiness is in every step of the way. Comment below how you plan to apply this lesson in your life. Together, we will build a community of more conscious and present people.